up, YouTube? Let the massive influx of tag-seeking viewers absolutely overwhelm me. Shut the fuck up, Dad. Yep, this is the announcement trailer for Mario Maker 3, actually. We're just watching the trailer on repeat over and over. It's a shame they didn't get anybody that could actually play the game. It usually takes about 10 minutes to see if I'm in jail or not. Did you actually find me through the shorts feed? I mean, there was a possibility. I mean, I don't always want to call you a fucking liar. It would be very deceptive of YouTube if tags actually did anything. Now, there is something that I've been considering. And it's that, most of the time, when I find myself getting into jail, it's during periods of me playing the same thing for a long time. That is to say, streaming under the same title and thumbnail. But I'm sure that must be a coincidence. Yeah. Because also, you know, during these times where I'm in jail, I'm continuing to do my regular other streams. They have different titles, they have different thumbnails. I expect them to perform, poorly, because I'm playing games that aren't Mario. What was that? I wonder if she forgot about me. I want to say that from the beginning, YouTube vertical streams have been consistently well-performing for me in a way that even TikTok hasn't been. In fact, while we're testing things, do I feel like I have the sword of Damocles hanging above my head. Yeah, we had one in here earlier. It was really quite profound. Hi, kitty cat. Hello. At least they're not calling you old. Look at how old this guy, he's pushing 30. Which direction do you think I'm pushing from? Well, while we're at this, let's go ahead and reset TikTok also. This TikTok has been swirling the toilet. Get out of here, TikTok. Go on, get. Here, let's do this. That is the wrong button. I've already got my save state. It's funny, I saw a method of streaming to TikTok without having to reset your stream key every time. It was a video that Nutty made. Oh great, I can hear myself. And there we go. He was like, as of right now, this is working. And I went to try and set up the exact same thing. Oh, hey. And, so basically the method from which he was saying that you could do it was to set up Restream, Restream.io to stream directly to TikTok. And I don't know what has happened with Restream. I can't just... Why is it? Oh, I'm used to Sheffy 2 shells. That's crazy. I don't know what happened with Restream, but I can't just hit a button and go live on there. I have to set up an event. And that is 100% exactly the same thing that I'm trying to avoid by trying to use their platform. It depends on how many platforms you're going to at once. Since I would be using it to broadcast to a single platform, that's free. They have that pretty much just as a trial, because honestly, who would ever use Restream.io when you're only broadcasting out to one platform through it? It makes no sense. It's pointless. You're jumping through hoops and adding a middleman that doesn't need to be there. I love pretending to catch the shell after throwing it up through him. I had never considered Restream because back when I think it would have mattered, Twitch had their very strict multi-platform rule in place, which I ignored. Because it was a bad rule. I choose to interpret the chat rule to where it's saying something completely different than most people interpret it as. It only took me 903 tries there. Because they say that you can't integrate chat from other platforms. Well, the chat isn't integrated. You can't directly see chat from other platforms in the chat from this platform. I'm not combining the chat. Restream offers that as an option. It's something that I'm not doing. I'm not forwarding chat from, say, YouTube to... Well, if it can be interpreted that way, maybe they should think about that. Aha. Oh, you're using StreamerBot's thing. Yeah, I would do that. I actually haven't updated StreamerBot to 1.0 yet. If they would do TikTok, I would probably drop social stream. Yeah. I think they added Kick with 1.0. Hey, Theron. Every now and then I check in on the state of Kick and see if it's looking like it's even worthwhile to try to do anything over there. I've seen maybe 2 Mario streams on Kick ever, which I don't think is a strong indication that there is an audience for it over there. In fact, I think that's a pretty strong contraindicator. What's the point of Mario? You can't gamble on it. Yeah, it looks horrible. I want nothing to do with it. And that's ignoring several elephants that are in the room. Damn it. Different Kick, Theron. I guess you probably could in Mario RPG also. Did I beat it? No, I haven't beaten Sheffy 2. We switched back over to this because my connection was dropping out and Meanwhile, I was also circling the drain on both TikTok and YouTube. Look the other way. Now, Kick, the streaming platform, is spelled like the thing that you do with your foot. K-I-C-K. Whoops, I messed that up. Bring back Mixer! Mixer actually had really good ideas. I fully, fully understand that Mixer is the reason that we have channel points, and I think channel points are a really good feature. I think Mixer was in its death throes when I started streaming, and that was another situation where I didn't want to be multi-streaming and dividing what I had. Especially since it was blatantly against Twitch's terms. Are you saying that that was an admission that they couldn't get people to come over willingly? No, I didn't beat it. I turned it off because with my internet problems, I lost my groove, and I don't think I'm going to be playing for long enough right now to get back into it. Oh, just saying if they overspend. I was really surprised with the community that's over there on Facebook. They have a very different sort of culture and ecosystem than we have on Twitch. But the time that I interacted with them was to join a speedrunning tournament that was being hosted over there. And I didn't actually have to stream on Facebook, except for when I was doing my official speedrun for the competition. But, like, everybody was super incredibly welcoming. Oops, my bad. Definitely a ton of really good people over on Facebook Gaming, especially the Mario crowd over there. The thing that I never got used to though was like you see a little bit of it on TikTok where you've got people that are just they've got their gaming page, but everybody knows each other and refers to everybody else by their first names, and that's it's weird to me. Well, at the same time, Facebook was desperate to get Reels off the ground. If the Facebook Reels program still existed in its current state the way that it did back then, like, that would be amazing. Oh, that's a shame. Oh no! Does that mean that YouTube is about to die? Yeah, I've got a lot of practice on this fight. I can confidently say that I have more practice on this fight than any other person. Hey, Firestone. Yeah. Well, the thing you have to remember about Twitch is that they're just a tiny little indie company. Slurms Mackenzie. I did the fire rain right for once. Gonna have a red shell now. Ah! I wanted it. I wanted it. You're guaranteed to get a red shell every, what is it, 4 or 5 attacks? So you can predict when those are happening. No. Yeah, the hammer happens once you get in the 3rd phase. The Tanuki replaces the mushroom. The hammer doesn't replace anything. No, once the shell hits him, it's dead. And it's not going to do anything but fall off the screen. I need to go back and look into if they've said anything has changed about viewbotting. I remember they did a big non-response to it. Oops. It was a response, but it wasn't one that was worth anything. Back when they caught some celebrity very obviously viewbotting and him defending himself saying, well, everybody does it. Now dash, that's out of context. Thank you so much for the follow. You're taking these words that are unambiguous and can't be misconstrued out of context. Damn it. Yeah, there really is. Darn you, Dan Clancy specifically. Hey there, Eric. Oop. Oh, that was unique. I wasn't expecting a third jump. He's not supposed to do those. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. And not just a follow, but also a GG gift. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm dead. I'm lucky. We're at 7 hits right now. I think it's 7. I might be miscounting. I don't think I am. When I say miscounting, I haven't been counting at all. I just react to how he does his frog attack to know where I'm at. It is... I'm considering calling back my ISP to see if there's something that they've done. Because until they tell me that they've actually done something, we're just living on borrowed time the whole time. No, I didn't drop any frames. Yeah. No. I need to clean up my my footage in a couple of different ways. I've got old footage. When I say old footage, stuff I've already made videos out of, just kind of sitting around. I think that the biggest chunk of old footage that I have is my Grand Poo World 3 playthrough. But I think I'm good. I think I've gotten everything out of it that I'm ever going to. And if I ever do decide I want to make something else out of Grand Poo World 3, I can just replay it. I do have one tiny piece of Grand Poo World 3 that I haven't done anything with yet. And that's separate from my first playthrough. Yeah, no, I've beaten this hundreds of times at this point. I can't give you an exact count of how many times I've beaten this fight, but I could estimate. That was very lucky. Well, I ought to be with the amount of practice I've had. Perchance by Papa Nug. Wrong button. Thank you so much for the follow. Back to back? Can we get it back to back? I think you'll find that that's actually Mario. Why he's using all the Mario power-ups. Back to back? Does anyone ever beat this level? I just did. Like, less than 20 seconds ago. I am doing it. We're gonna most likely get a back-to-back win. My record so far is 5 in a row. Thank you so much for that follow. Whoops. I need to work on my controller. The down direction on my D-pad just got stuck. 7. Nine. Back to back, let's go. For chance. Bye, Papa Nug. 3? Can we do 3? No, the fire. I should have ran through the firewall there. But it all worked out the same anyway. Since I already had iframes. Oh no, my timer! Since I already had iframes, it didn't make much of a difference. Oops. No! We only got 2. Well, since the timer wasn't running, that one definitely didn't count, right? Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. So welcome in, everybody. If you don't know me, my name's GermDove, and I play Kaizo basically every day. I usually use this fight as a warm-up. I'll start the stream off with this fight before jumping into whatever it is I'm going to play. Today's a little different. We're just playing this for funsies. I spent a couple hours working on a very hard shell-focused level. And I got into a pretty good rhythm, and then my internet went all to crap. So we're just kind of playing with this. The vast majority of what I do is playing levels that I haven't seen or played before. This boss fight is an exception. I like to play this one because it's a lot of fun to play. Yeah, I've been kind of avoiding Perchance, not because of... Not for any reason except for the fact that I'm trying to spend my time actually making progress on things I haven't already played. Hey, Robin. Whoops, that's fine. Yeah, he's a sleepy boy. I sometimes worry that he's gonna hurt his neck the way he sleeps with it propped up on the arm of the chair. Like, I would be miserable if I was sleeping like that. I would at least be paying for it the next day. I should have stayed in the damn corner. I came out because I got scared. Thank you very much for the rose. I really, really appreciate it. Papa Nug's a pretty nice guy. Papa Nug and Daigo both, actually. Daizo? Excuse me. Well, that was really bad. That's what you don't want to do, is be right on top of him after he finishes moving. Because he's stuck to me like glue. What is this game? It is Perchance by Papa Nug. It is a master difficulty kaizo ROM hack. This uses Super Mario World as the base game, so it's got all the really good physics that Nintendo put in. This is the final boss that you get to after 36 other very difficult platforming levels. Thank you very much for that follow. I really appreciate it. That was incredibly close. Oh well. I think that's 8. It was. Now here's the thing, once we get to 9, I'll admit I'm getting lucky every time that I win. Perchance by Papa Nug. Because, the way that I'm running back and forth and jumping over top of him, there is a chance that he will jump in a way that I'm not avoiding. And I don't know how to make that 100% consistent. How many hits did he take? 10.
Papa Nug.
Papa Nug. I'm drunk.
So, I'm rolling the dice every time we get to the end of the fight, and I don't like having to do that, but I haven't come up with any better way to do that. No, the Luigi one's harder. thing with the Luigi fight is that I'd have to unlearn this one to do Luigi, and that's something that would take me a few hours to do. I've already done it. It's not something I feel the need to redo. And I kind of think I've already milked this fight for all that it's worth in terms of making making videos out of it. Because I've got, you know, just a regular clear without any commentary, one explaining what's going on, and one with the essay over top of it. What's the difference with Luigi? He's faster. So, I guess I should say, the shells are faster, and some of the attacks that he does have harder versions. The shells being faster is the main increase of difficulty, because they're stupid, crazy fast. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. I really do appreciate it. So I hold on to that shell during the Snooky. I could hit him earlier, but I want him to be on the edge of the arena when we get to that 9th hit. Oh my fucking god. Are we back? Are we back? I think I'm back. This is why I'm doing this boss fight right now, by the way. Because I was playing, I was finishing up Sheffy 2. And I started dropping every frame. So I'm just waiting for things to go wrong again. No, it's been me. My internet has been all but unusable for like 2 weeks now. 2 weeks! I was actually waiting for my ISP to call me back because I was on the phone with them and my connection was so bad that the call got dropped. I have to call them through my internet. And it had dropped before and she called me right back, and the second time just nothing. How's Sheffy 2 going? It's going. I'm on the last level. Yeah, and like hi, I'm back again. So, what I was in the middle of saying before I was so rudely interrupted, they've sent on-site technicians here 3 times already, and the first time, thankfully, was at a day and a time where I was actually having the problem. So they were inclined to help out. And what they did was they replaced the fiber optic terminal that's sitting in my house. And after we did that, everything magically seemed like it was working. And we were like, great, looks like that fixed it. And we wrapped everything up, and the guy left, and then all my problems came back. Like 20 minutes later. And then the second time that somebody was here, they looked at something outside, and they called me on the phone from outside of my house, and they were like, well, are you having problems right now? So anyway, it looks like they're watching and listening for me to complain, and making things worse as I do. Having an unreliable connection really doesn't bode well when you're... Yeah. And like, looking back, I would say it's always been a little flaky. But like, problems would materialize, and they would show themselves as me getting briefly disconnected for like 5 seconds. And that would happen like once a day, and if that's happening and I'm going for a 6-hour stream and I'm off for 5 seconds, who cares? Motherfucker, I wasn't counting. So that's the problem. If he gives 2 shells together like that, a green shell and a red shell, the 9th hit will make any existing shells disappear for a good reason. But the firewall doesn't disappear. So I was just not keeping count there. Well, it looks like I'm probably gonna have a bad time if I stay on here. I can probably make better use of my time by working on something else. It's so disappointing. Mike is picking up the audio? Yeah. I have this turned down to 50% anyway. It's only gonna be when I'm talking. Which ducks the game audio anyway. Oh no, it's getting picked up all the time. Cool. Well, at least it's still ducking the game audio. Kitty cat, you are not helping me. You are not helping. I got lucky. He still had his iframes up, so he just swam right through me. It's nice that his iframes go both ways. I don't feel like that's usually the case. Hey, bud. I wonder if you might be able to get away with, like, sprinting back and forth there. I haven't tried that yet. It looks like it might open up pretty big gaps if you do, though. But you'd still have to be reacting to whatever RNG in the fire rain. Why don't we give that a try? Just to see if it's a theory that holds water at all. No, that seems like a very bad idea, actually. I think my original approach is still correct. Stand as far away from it as possible. Move as slowly as you can. And if you stand far enough back, it should give you enough time and space to just avoid everything. I should not have hit him there, but I think we're fine anyway. The reason I don't want to hit him during the leaf attack is because if I'm not keeping count, like I wasn't there, I run the risk of having him change from phase 2 to phase 3, and dealing with phase 3 leaves is just slightly more dangerous. Yikes. I think we're at 7? Yeah, it feels like 7. Yeesh. I didn't throw the shell at him because I know he's at 8 hits right now. And if I had hit him with one shell, the other shell would have been destroyed. And I wouldn't have been able to get over top of the firewall. Damn. Bad luck. What I really should have done is to place the first shell in a way different spot. That way I would know for sure that it wasn't gonna get destroyed by the other. But I mean, you can plan all you want, but you have to react to what you get. And your action time is only going to be so good. I started pretty far in the back there, but I was ignoring pretty big gaps. I managed to push myself all the way in the corner there. It's 10 hits to win. Could this be finally the good one? It has been just under 20 minutes since the last time I won. And we've only had 2 back-to-back today. 7. Hey, look! Somebody to block. And or report. Not a trend for me, it's... Whoa! That was wild. I was trying to hit him when I shouldn't have tried to. But, he really moved in a way I didn't expect him to. Actually, hang on one second. Get the fuck out of here. There. Thank you so much for the follow. I did that wrong, but it still worked out. I shouldn't have been so close to him. I got a hair in my eye or something. Yeah, that thing, Mario, you can't trust him. Mario versus Mario? Gasp. You can't just say perchance. Where can you download this? If you don't know, you don't want to play it. This is not a single boss fight by itself. This is at the end of a very difficult game intended for people who have lots and lots of experience playing Kaizo. You got a Switch? Great. That doesn't change anything about what I said. No, if it was something that you were going to be wanting to play, you would know where to get it. This is what I mean when I said that it doesn't change anything about what I said. Like a spike. He keeps flipping over, and that's just so funny. Correct, you do have to start somewhere. This is not the game that you need to start on. This is what I've just explained. This game is not intended to be played by people who are brand new. It's intended to be played by people who have thousands of hours of experience. It's 10 hits to win. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's a pretty hard fight. I've got a lot of experience on it. No, I'm acting like you need to have a good deal of experience to even approach the game, which is the case. And if you have even an inkling of the experience necessary to play, you know where to go. What's the name? It's Perchance. Yeah, not this one, dumb fuck. A brand new player trying to pick up Perchance will not end positively for them. Challenging but good for beginners? Sure.
Has returned. I'm talking about me.
Welcome back, Robin. I would recommend Love Yourself. I would also recommend maybe starting with Kaizo. Starting with Kaizo is another good one for new people. If you're willing to play a tutorial, To Kaizo to Learn is the best tutorial out there. I also like Chicanery Beginner Edition. Those are all games that would be appropriate for people to cut their teeth on. No, this is Super Nintendo. I've got a sneeze coming. Oh, I miscounted. If you don't think you've heard of it, it came out in August of 2024. No, Grand Poo World is a different game. Made by a different creator. Beat my... We'll hold on to this. I'm not going to hit him during his leaf attack. I probably should have waited even longer, but we made it out okay from the fire. The grounded fireballs are pretty unpredictable, especially when he gets into the third phase like that. Yeah, I have a lot of experience on this boss fight. It's still not an easy fight. Can you spin jump on him? Do you see me doing that? I have literally more experience on this boss fight than any other person on the planet. I can say that extremely confidently. Yeah, sure. I would say that this is harder than any of the Grand Poo World Bowsers. This is probably tied with Partner Fennel for difficulty, in my opinion. Oops, I'm dead. Yeah, this is always a really fun boss fight to play anyway. He had to flip over again. No, the leaves are actually based on how many hits he's taken. It's either 3, 4, or 5 while we're in the second phase. And I forget how many he does in the third phase. Once we get into the third phase, it's always the same number of leaves, though. From the Undertale OST? In what way? He had to take a nap after all the resting? Yeah. That sounds like my Spiky Spike. It is Mortal Kombat music, yes. This song was ported over to SMW by the creator of this hack. Papa Nug. If he hits you when he's small at the end, yeah, you take damage. There's a mushroom that he drops if you wait long enough. And you can collect that mushroom. I've done a challenge for myself where I went in without a mushroom for myself and stole 2 mushrooms from him. I've also done another challenge where I allowed him to collect a mushroom and then still won. That's equivalent to 2 back-to-back wins. Thank you very much for the rose. I had a chance to ask Phil Jameson if he had seen this. And at the time that I asked him, he had not. Phil Jameson, of course, being the gentleman who wrote the Perchance essay. Because, of course, the hack gets its name from the essay. That was so close. I would really like another shell. Hey, look! Shh. Nothing to do. Nothing I could have done. I mean, yeah, I could have gone... let me take that back. The thing that I should have done is watched what he was doing. Saw that he was taking out a fire flower and preemptively gone to the far edge of the arena. I saw the fire flower and was hoping that he would do grounded fire and be able to hit him right away. And, not excuses, explanation. The fire rain is exponentially more difficult to dodge if you're not standing at the far edge of the arena. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. I really do appreciate it. I play kaizo just about every day, so beyond just doing this boss fight, what I normally do is work my way through stuff I've never seen or played before, but I have a lot of experience on this fight. Yeah, I'm very confident in having the most playtime and wins on this fight. Supremely confident. Correct, because it is a hard fight. Dumb fuck. Jeez. It's Mario the man versus Mario the idea. Everyone knows that Mario is cool as fuck. But who knows why he crushes turtles? Thank you very much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. There, 9. That was very close. Perchance by Papa Nug. Thank you so much for the follow. Hey, didn't I tell you? I guess I didn't tell you to get out of here, but I'll tell you to get out of here now. Get out of here, dumb fuck. Jeez. Thank you so much for the rose and the heart me. I really appreciate it. Who just sneezed? It's almost like that's my follow alert or something. Almost.
Papa knows. I'm drunk.
You'd think somebody would see themselves out after they get called a dumb fuck, but whatever. Back to back? Oh, hold on. There we go. So, here's the thing is, SMB3 Mario certainly has a wider variety of power-ups. I think that the cape power-up is probably the strongest of any power-up, because the cape gives Mario the ability to fly, and with cape flight, he also gets the ability to ground pound, which effectively has the same, it pretty much has the same effect as a POW does. Like, it kills anything that's on the ground on screen. My D-pad got stuck. I was not intending to duck the whole time there. Does he have a pattern? No. It's random. What you're seeing is reaction. Well, that's fine. What a deadly shell. It hit two different Marios. The height he can fly isn't unlimited? Yes, it is. Perchance. Bye, Papa Nug. Back-to-back wins! Everyone knows Mario is cool as fuck, but who knows what he's thinking? Who knows why he crushes turtles? And why do we think of him as fondly as we think of the mythical, non-existent Dr. Pepper? Perchance!
Papa knows. I'm drunk.
My record so far is to get 5 wins back-to-back-to-back. How long did it take? The first time that I beat this fight, it took me 12.5 hours to learn. I've been regularly replaying this fight over the past year. No, this is a whole ROM hack. I do the boss fight because I have a fun time playing it. How many times do I have to do this? 0. Why replay? Because it's fun. I usually do this as a warm-up before I start playing other stuff. I spent a... There goes the 3 in a row. How many times do I have to answer your question, Walking Octopus? The next time I answer your question, will that be enough times of answering your question for that question to be answered? Is the attempt to exhaust my patience? Hey H, thanks so much for the heart me and the Go Popular. But the Luigi fight, I don't plan to do it again. I have my commentated video that's pinned if you want to see it. Yeah. Yeah. It would be a pretty significant time investment for me to get back into shape to beat that fight. And I would rather not do that. Hey, Maury. Hold on. Let me make sure the door doesn't hit that dumbass on the way out. Jesus fuck. If you're going to ask a question, listen for the damn answer. Don't be too busy typing the same question a second time to listen to the answer. It is. It's a really good boss fight. It's consistently fun to play, which is very high praise. You do not want to play this game. I can recommend that you should start playing Love Yourself, or perhaps 2 Kaizo 2 Learn, or something like Chicanery Beginner Edition, or Sweet World, and not starting with something like this. Thank you very much for the gifts, the roses, and the cocktails. Why? This is a game that is intended for people who have a lot of experience playing Kaizo. And asking the question of where to download it means that you do not have experience playing Kaizo. There are not all beginners here? Correct. Anybody who is not a beginner will not need to ask the question of where to download a ROM hack. This is why the answer is tailored for those people who are beginners. Yeah, I appreciate that. Because, I mean, it's not something that you learn to play overnight. The only reason I got into it was, I played Mario Maker on a whim, and I did it as just something fun to stream. Because back then, I mostly played Rocket League, and I was just playing Mario Maker. In fact, I was playing Mario Maker on stream in order to get levels to play, because that's what you do with Mario Maker, is you play other people's levels, and people would give me their stuff, and most of the time it would be stuff that I was capable of playing, and then people started bringing harder and harder things in, and I learned to get better at the game. Thanks, Garrick. I really do appreciate it. And then, you know, kept playing harder and harder stuff. Switched off of Mario Maker and started doing Super Mario World. And the rest is history. Here we are 5 years later. GG. It's not, just so we're clear, it's not a guarantee that I'm gonna win once I get to 9. Perchance by Papa Nug. Was that Bowser? Hey, why don't we do Bowser? Let me change consoles real quick. Oh, I'm forgetting something. We'll do some Bowser fights. Alright, so this is Grand Poo World 2. This is another, I guess this is a master difficulty kaizo ROM hack. This one has a total of 23 exits. And you have to solve an escape room style puzzle to get to this boss fight. This is a hard game. It is very hard, yes. I guess, what's your favorite hack so far, Derek? This isn't a memorization fight. This is a reaction fight. Because the things that he does are random. Oh man, I could have had that. Oh, El Dorado is so good. It's so good. Yeah. El Dorado came from that 2021 golden age of people making their first ROM hacks. It changes every fight? It does. This fight has 3 different phases. The first phase, you know, he only has 4 attacks available to him in the first phase, and he's going to use all 4 of those attacks. So once he does 3, I know what the 4th one is going to be. He's doing the shell spin right here, followed by fireballs, and a jump, which means next is going to be him throwing a shell. Once we get out of the first phase by hitting him 3 times... Oops. Sorry, just a second. I didn't plug my controller in. Once he gets out of the first phase, he gains, I think... It's like 3 or 4 more attacks. I don't remember the exact count. But, he's not anywhere near as predictable as he is during the first phase. I don't know any rhyme or reason to what he can do. I think he might be required to do some kind of attack that gives you ammunition to hit him with, but I can't say that for absolute certainty. This fight is 8 hits to win. We were there earlier. I just wasn't cautious about the fire that was coming from the ceiling. It is there. So something that I do 100% of the time when I stream, for the vertical streams at least, because I feel they don't give as clear a distinction as to what's being played as they should. I keep the game title on screen at all times. If you look to the right, just underneath the gameplay, you'll see the title of the game and its creator. And there's also a timer running that shows the current amount of time I've spent on this. This should be the last hit. Alright, so now that we've beaten Bowser, we have to escape from his castle that's falling down in the lava. Or the lava is rising. I actually can't tell which is which. The effect is the same though. This section here is probably one of the single easiest platforming sections in the game. Probably took about 10 minutes for me to learn the first time I did it. And that's compared to the boss fight itself, which was about 8 hours. And we're gonna get the true proper ending here, where we take this Yoshi and we throw him straight in the lava. And we're gonna do one thing while we're here in Grand Poo World 2. Which is, we're gonna go right back through that same level. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of what leads up to that boss fight. No, you have to save the frames. We'll do a vote next time. Speaking of voting, there's something fun that I like to do that should hopefully still be working. Why did I throw Yoshi in the lava? I explained it. It's the true and proper thing to do. So, we're gonna go back in this pipe. We're gonna go all the way to the end here. We're gonna go into a different pipe. We're gonna go to the start of the level. The checkpoint doesn't matter. One more pipe. And here we're back at the beginning. So there are 6 rooms here leading up to the Bowser fight. We have choices we can make for most of these. This first room is always the same. There's no choice to be made here. But I'm gonna have you guys vote on which one we do for the rest. Because this one is always the same, I'm very well practiced at this room. Okay, so here's our first vote. I'm gonna have you guys type the number 1 between 1 and 3. 1 is gonna be ghost, 2 is gonna be fire, and 3 is gonna be eerie. So from left to right, 1, 2, and 3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My pull system isn't working. I know why. That's okay. I can just look at the chat. We got a lot of 3s, a good number of 1s. Give this another minute, and while this is happening, I'm gonna go ahead and fix the thing that's broken. That was the plan, at least. Alright. Well, I can start that a different way later. Okay, well, I think it was really close, but it looks like the 3s have it to me. So we're gonna go and do the eerie room. The eerie room was the first room I ever did on my way through this, the first time I played it. Of the 3, I think it's probably the easiest. At least I think this was the first. Maybe I did the fire room first, actually. I'd have to look that up to be sure. That being said, I still think this is the easiest of the 3 choices. What's the song playing? This is from ActRaiser. I think this is the Fillmore song. It's part of the game, so it's not something that I've picked. But, you know, you hear it enough. Oh boy. I should not have had to do an extra attempt there. Alright. Okay. So this time, number 1 is going to be the down spike. Number 2 is going to be the rope. 3 will be up spike, and 4 will be dolphin. One for down spike, 2 for rope, 3 for up spike, 4 for dolphin. And right now the dolphins have it. With a commanding lead, 4 to 1. Yeah. I've been asking for support from my ISP, and they're I mean they're still willing to help, but we haven't gotten a whole lot anywhere. All right. Dolphin Room with fast music. There we go. All right. So we've got another choice here. I'm going to show you guys the options. Number 1 is going to be Mecha Koopa. Number 2 will be water. 3 is fire, and 4 is Pokey. I should have said that the Dolphin Room was actually the first room that I had done when I played Grand Poo World 2 for the first time. Let's see. We've got a slight lead on Mecha Koopas, followed by fire and water. The first one I had done here was the water room. It's actually not a very watery water room. But we're gonna do Mecha Koopas. Oops. That should have been a full bounce there. I tried to cheese that a little bit. I missed catching the key, but S&W will allow you to pick up and jump off a key if you press the run and jump buttons on the same frame. What's important is that it could have worked. Ignore the fact that it didn't work. Oi! Janky hack, mate. He turned around right before I jumped on him. And then having jumped on him, he was facing to the left while he was sleeping. And waking up didn't change his facing. in the door. All right, and this is going to be the last vote. It's going to be number 1 for Ice, number 2 for Vine, 3 for Thwomp, and 4 for Magic. In order, Ice, Vine, Thwomp, and Magic. The first one I had done was the Vine Room. Not that that's the easiest one, just a little bit of history. Alright, so far we've got a tie between Vine and Thwomp. If we get a tie, it'll just randomly pick from one of the ones that's in the lead. You can only vote the one time, but you can also change your vote if you choose to. Thank you so much for the follow, I really appreciate it. That's right, Nano Phoenix. Well, we actually did that without a vote last time. Alright. We've got 3. 3 is the winner, so it's gonna be the Thwomp Room. We had a tie. This room leans very heavily on a trick that I'm bad at, which is spinning off of a Thwomp as they're falling. But you know, I've got practice anyway. There we go. Alright, and here's the 6th and final room. This is the shell room. It's pretty much the only shell section in the game. It's pretty easy as all things are considered. I said that enough times while I was playing this hack that I was sure Barb was going to get a punishingly difficult shell section in Grand Poo World 3. But he did not do that. So here we're going to go all the way to the end of this hallway. After we get to the end of the hallway, we're going to go right past that green door through this wall. We're going to go into this pipe here. This pipe leads us to this room where there are 3 sets of blocks here. Those blocks are activated by hitting Switch Palace switches. And in order to get to the last one, you have to solve a pretty far-reaching escape room style puzzle. So this boss fight, it's the true ending of the game. Whoops. But you have to really dig your way around to find it. Unless you rely on other people doing the work for you. Which, by the time I had played this game for myself, I had already seen enough people playing and speedrunning this game that I already knew the answers to the puzzles. But I did go through and show how the puzzle worked whenever I made a video about this. We're not there yet, Ingrid. Although that was what we did last time. Oops. Can't catch that shell worth nothing. Good. Alright, we've hit him 5 times. We're on phase 3 now. 6 and 7 hits. Just one more for the win. And there we go. Alright, let me get this started. Up at the top of this room, there's a Yoshi. I want you guys to type the number 1 if you want me to throw him in the lava correctly. And type the number 2 if you want him to be, if we should bring him in the pipe instead. So, 1 for lava, 2 for pipe. Yes, that hammer was still active. You are allowed to vote 1 time. Typing another number will not record an additional vote. Right. 2? Ugh! Alright, we'll take Yoshi through the pipe. And that is Grand Poo World 2. We're gonna do one more thing before we jump off of here. We're gonna load up Grand Poo World 3. Am I blind? Where is it? There it is. Alright. So remember that boss fight we just did? Would you believe there's a harder version of it? Upon entering this room, I am forced to have a mushroom. I can't avoid it. This Bowser is considerably faster, and the moves that he does are powered up. So remember when he was spitting out fireballs earlier? It was a single fireball, or a single set of fireballs. Here, he spits out 3 fireballs at once. If you can't spot it, the shell spin move that he does is so much incredibly faster than it was in the other game. It makes the other one look like he's standing still. This fight also takes 9 hits to beat compared to the previous one's 8 hits. Hey, Zim. I'm very bad at dodging the hammers while I have the mushroom. Now, I said before that when I learned how to beat the Grand Poo World 2 Bowser, that one took me about 8 hours to learn from start to finish. After I did that, I went and replayed that Bowser fight more than 1,000 times. I was very, very well practiced on that version, and between when Grand Poo World 2 and Grand Poo World 3 came out, I got very familiar with that fight. This fight, I didn't realize was going to be in the game, and it turns out that all of my practice paid off because this fight, instead of the 8 hours that it took on the other one, this one took about 20 minutes. Because even though this fight is significantly harder, they're very similar. We do. We really do. I went too high up. So this one changes into phase 3 on the 6th hit. We need 3 more to win. That was so lucky. Sure, we'll take it. I should have never gotten away with that one. Alright, so we've got a gold tape here. We're not going to touch it. The reason for that is because I want to keep this saved to where I can get back to that boss fight quickly and easily. They fixed the internet? No, it's still in and out. Does the sprite always glitch out? Yes. And then while we're here, we're also going to do the final boss fight of this game. This one, the mushroom is optional. You can choose to avoid it if you wish. I've done this fight many times without the mushroom. Hey, I didn't throw that. Yuko, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, Driz, for the follow also. I really appreciate it. Today, I would say that this boss fight is maybe not easier, but more consistent than the one that we just beat. Because he has a tendency to use all of his moves every time, for every cycle that he does. You kind of have a better idea of what's going to be coming at you next. But this one still took me about 5 hours to learn to do the first time. When he's in his shell spinning around like that, whenever he bumps into the left wall, there's a small chance that a bomb is going to come out. And that'll let me do extra hits faster. But that's just random. He's also invulnerable while he's spinning around. That was very unfortunate. I had to throw the bomb because it was getting ready to explode in my hand. I had to avoid colliding it with the other bomb. And because I had to throw it, I was sort of locked into where I had to land in order to catch it, and he was right there. Now, during this boss fight, there's something that works a little differently than in the vast majority of other Super Mario World ROM hacks. When I have a bomb in my hand, I can throw it up in the air, and that resets its timer. Normally, throwing a bomb straight up, it would still be in danger of exploding. But this one's special. It's a good thing, too, because whenever that bomb touches the floor, it explodes instantly. I should have gone all the way to the right. The spikes that he raises up from the ground, he does 2 of them in the first phase. There's not any visual distinction on Bowser himself between the different phases, unlike the other fight. But you can sort of tell by the airship being present in the background that phase 2 has started. That airship is shooting the cannonballs that we see. And there's something even more obvious when we get into the third phase. You'll see it when we get there. Alright, phase 3. This starts with the red bombs. If any of those red bombs touch me, they explode instantly. I can't pick them up. And that's the thing that makes phase 3 harder, is the cannonballs destroy part of the ground. Ah. Maybe a little bit of greed for that bomb, that extra bomb that was coming in. That's whatever. I usually say that the fight doesn't really start until you get to the third phase. Because not having as much ground to stand on is pretty difficult, especially since the teleporting move that he just did starts spitting out 3 bones, and it's just a lot harder to dodge. I have a pretty good idea where he's gonna stop when he does that shell spin in the first phase. That one's stuck to the ground, and it usually starts from in the corner, as opposed to in the second and third phases, he starts jumping up and down like that. The number of times he jumps is randomly determined, so you never know exactly when it's gonna stop. I'm honestly getting pretty lucky with the red bombs. They have a tendency to really pin me in and not give me anywhere to go. Look at that. I'm pretty proud of that one, actually. Alright, here we go. 9 hits to win, and that was the 9th hit. After we finish hitting him 9 times there, he goes up to his airship. And then, turns out, I also have an airship, and we get to follow him right up there. Now, there is a checkpoint between the first half of the fight and this airship section. I've lost like twice here. Once was on purpose just to see what would happen, and then the other was getting crushed, which is pretty rare. There we go. Yeah, I always one-shot the DDR, so there's not really a whole lot of point in showing it. I do want to do the Tower of Fate again sometime soon. That's a fun one to go through. Alright, well, that was decidedly not Sheffy 2. Mostly all of that was just to see if we could attract YouTube viewers, which wasn't the case. I'm still in YouTube jail, but I really appreciate everybody being here on the DDR pad. So I got out my DDR pad and I tried to do it, and the pad that I have is very unsafe on the floors that I have. I'll do it someday. I just need to make it safer. That's gonna do it for me. I really appreciate everybody being here. But yeah, so I got on the pad and like it wanted to fly away the instant I got on it. So slippery. It's fine on carpet, but on this hard floor, not so much. Let's see, today's Wednesday. I'm not even gonna try and do anything tonight. Tomorrow I'll be back online. We're gonna be doing Sheffy 2 again tomorrow. I made some real progress in the level I was playing, but before I could make too much more, it, you know, my internet started messing up. Tomorrow's also Thursday. That means that tomorrow night is gonna be, my extremely cursed subscriber suggestion, stream, which we have not been able to do successfully despite trying 4 times in the past 3 weeks. I'm gonna keep an eye on my internet and call my ISP if... Sorry, call my ISP when it starts messing up again today. Let's see who's online on Twitch right now. I figure they're watching and they must really hate Beavis and Butthead. No, Dubu, no! You can't still be playing Yoshi's Revenge. Oh, let's read Tammy. Tammy is currently playing Stardew Valley. Tammy is, well, me and Tammy are both doing Stardew Valley for charity on October 11th. Who's playing? Yeah, Duke was playing Yoshi's Revenge. I wanted to talk to Tammy about how Stardew Valley is gonna go. Thank you again for everybody for being here. I'll see you guys next time. It's over.
It's over!